Welcome back to Daybreak Extra, coming to you live on Trust TV, our studio here in the city of Abuja. And right now we'll be heading to the entertainment segment. We'll be bringing you the gossips and doings that has been happening in the entertainment industry. Brian, there's been a lot of things happening in the entertainment industry. Now let's start with Uche Ogbodo. Okay. She's an actress. She got married, I think, just recently.
I see.
And she is complaining that her female, or her male friends rather, have abandoned her ever since she got married.
What does she expect? She expects it'd be like, you're married now. You don't expect to be hanging out with the boys all the time.
So does that mean you can't keep your friends?
Well, you can keep your friends, but you can't. It has to be. There's a certain boundary now. I mean, like she has crossed over to another threshold, so it can't be this. It can't be the same thing.
But is it the same for the guys?
You really can't expect it to be the same.
Is it the same for the guys? Well, the guys can keep their female friends.
Well, if you want peace of mind, if you want peace of mind, please do not keep them.
I think you should just cut down.
Keep a safe distance. Exactly. Keep a safe distance. Have those boundaries. If not, you're going to be in the doghouse for a very long time.
That's true. And when it comes to things about marriage and boundaries, it has to be there. These are your friends. These are people you used to,
You understand? You hang out with. You do all those sorts of things. So, but we're not saying you can't hang out and chill with the boys and the rest of it. But there has to be a limit to it. It can't be like it was before. Because it's different now, and you all have to recognize that. Yeah, we all say it, nothing's gonna change, we're still boys, we're gonna hang out, but we have to recognize that she's a different person now. You understand? And the status is different, so definitely you can't keep on kicking it with the boys like you used to. You can, but there's a certain boundary. Exactly, and there's a certain limit, and you set those boundaries from the beginning. If not, definitely problems will arise.
There'll be problems.
Exactly.
All right, next story that we have Tonto Dike and her husband, ex-husband rather.
Okay.
They had issues, and they've gone to court for custody battle of their 7-year-old son. He just turned 7 yesterday, and there's been a lot of drama where the husband wished his son a happy birthday. And let's not forget that he is married now. Okay. And he has another son with his current wife, and he has an ex-wife before Tonto. Okay. So the ex-wife, the first wife, is with Tonto, supporting her. Okay. And Tonto actually acknowledged her, saying happy birthday to her. You are the best stepmom my son has. She has bad blood with the current wife of the husband. So he came out with
So the ex-wives now have ganged up against the current one.
on the current one.
Well, you can see a common ground there.
Of course.
Yeah, exactly. So they have common ground.
So his son celebrated his 7-year-old birthday yesterday, and he came out to draft a whole lot of emotional message to this boy. And considering that they claim that they went to court and the father won the custody battle, yet he doesn't see the son, allegedly according to Tonto. So her best friend rather came out and started insulting him, shading him, like, you don't pay school fees, you don't take care of this boy, so you don't get to.
So the child is with her?
Yes, the child is with the mom. The mom actually celebrates herself as Happy Mother and Father's Day.
I see. Even though there's a court order granting him custody, allegedly.
We're not sure exactly. Allegedly.
Unconfirmed reports.
Exactly.
I see.
So I think finally she actually hits back, Tonto. She made a whole lot of paragraphs saying, so you claim that the court says give you full custody, yet you haven't seen the son. Okay. And you are leaving me to do everything. So how come you get to claim that he is your son?
I see.
Can you really, Joe? Can you actually separate a son from his father?
It's actually quite nasty. But you see, there's a problem sometimes when I look at situations like this, and marriages don't work out. If there are children involved, it's the children that actually suffer the most, because they are the ones who don't have their parents all in one place. And of course, if in a situation like this, whereby it ends badly, the children still suffer. You find your parents in loggerheads all the time. I mean, it's really terrible. I hope for the son's sake they can be able to resolve their differences, and having this kind of spat in the public sphere, it's really not good, especially for the child. You understand?
True.
The stigma the child is going to grow up with, knowing that his family business is all over the place, and you know that this is it's the age of social media. Everything is in the cloud now. Only God knows for how long this thing is going to be there.
True.
Yeah. So it's I think it's something
it's
that
really
they should
sad.
look at
I feel for the party. Anyways, the child is more of
course
the
it's the
concern.
child. Of course it's the child. Yeah.
Okay. Next we have Bibi Naija Fina, who says that she was poisoned.
Okay.
But we don't know. I don't
Okay.
think she actually mentioned any name, but she said that people are wicked. Why would you just poison someone for no reason?
Well, maybe. Well, I mean, like when you say you've been poisoned and you don't know who poisoned you, or you don't have any idea who might have poisoned you. Could it be you poisoned yourself?
Is that possible, Joe?
Of course you can. You can go and eat bad food somewhere. You know,
Is that possible,
you can eat food that has gone bad. You give yourself food poisoning. You understand? Or you can go and swallow a spider that you didn't know you did.
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly.
That's
Or
true.
got bit by something.
There's been a situation like that that I witnessed.
But I think she knows. You know, there's this saying that when you throw stones in the market and you have to expect to hit somebody. So I think that she actually has a target.
That's true.
Yeah, there's somebody that she has in mind, and she's not just throwing out these jabs just like that. But if that's the situation, then it's quite sad. It is quite sad.
It is. You just need to be careful. We always know that when it involves fame, you have to be extra careful with the people around you.
Yes, exactly.
People hate for no reason, and that's really sad.
That's how it is.
And onto Tiwa and Omalay, she appreciated him that he was the one who sent her, this amazing bouquet of flower during Valentine's.
Okay.
And it sparked a bit of rumor of people wondering, is there something there, or was it just a kind gesture?
Well, that doesn't necessarily have to be anything there for him to sell a bouquet of flowers. It could just be professional, mutual respect or something like that.
Or it could be a man shooting his shot.
They could just be friends. Yes, and he could be running game, which is absolutely. He's well within his rights to do that. Of course, he's well within his. Is she married? She's not, isn't she?
No,
so that's the thing. So he's he's well within his rights to run game. And I mean, like, yeah, sending flowers is not the strongest foot forward, but it's not weak game at the same time.
Okay, at this point, when you say strongest foot forward, I feel like the whites appreciate flowers more than
exactly. When you look at our current society that we're in right now, I mean, like flowers, it's not the strongest kind of game to open with, but it's not weak either.
True.
You understand? It's not weak.
Maybe Tiwa is intimidating.
So maybe he read the situation, found out that she was somebody who might appreciate those things, and he found out that it was the right game to go. So if he's running game, absolutely fantastic. Yes, good luck to him. I mean, like, she is fair game, so it's good. But even if that's not the case, and it's just doing it out of mutual friendship and respect and all that, that is fantastic as well. Yeah.
Okay, next we have the NBA All-Star. Let's not forget that Adeni mentioned that will be happening in Utah. So we have Burna Boy Thames to perform at the NBA All-Star game.
All-Star weekend is a big deal.
It is. Okay,
Yeah,
Nigerian musicians are thriving at this
when you
point.
talk about NBA All-Star Weekend, it is an entire weekend not dedicated not only to basketball but every other thing. When you look at it, everybody wants to get in on the action. It's just like the Super Bowl. Everybody wants to get in on the action. It's an entire weekend dedicated to that. So for us to have two Nigerian artists performing at NBA All-Star Weekend, it is absolutely phenomenal for Nigerian entertainment. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. Having just one is fantastic, but two, it's really, really phenomenal. And I mean, like, coming on the back of the Grammy win from Thames and all that, it's just putting Nigerian entertainment on the map. I mean, like, Nigerian entertainers and singers, when you look at it, are turning out to be very fantastic ambassadors for this country. With all the negativity going around there about Nigeria and Nigerians, I mean, like, entertainers are doing absolutely fantastic.
That's true.
And these guys, it's amazing.
And let's not forget, I'm seeing Rema's picture as well. That means he's performing as well.
Yeah, well.
How do you feel about Rema?
Burna Boy and Thames.
Rema is a big deal now. I think I saw a post of a netizen saying that he's short of words. Like at this point, there is no words to praise Rema with. So he went in with the insult instead of praise as a way of boasting.
It depends on what perspective you're looking at it. I mean, like he's holding his own. Yes, he's doing quite well considering where he is at. But when you talk about Nigerian music, when you talk about Nigerian artists right now tearing it up, I mean, like you can't go bigger than Burna Boy. And
it's really interesting considering Davido performed in the World Cup final to this one to Thames.
Now, if we just look at it as Nigerian entertainers doing absolutely fantastic.
They are doing.
Yes, and let's not look at them as individuals, because that is going to lead to a whole different debate that we don't want to start.
No, it's not debate.
That we don't want to start right here.
We're trying to call out everyone that have been excelling.
Yeah, so let's look at it as Nigerian entertainers doing absolutely amazing. So Burna Boy, Thames, Rema at NBA All-Star Weekend is absolutely fantastic for Nigerian entertainment, and it's a good one for everyone, and we are definitely proud to be associated with people like that.
And onto a side news of it's actually a good news. It's a transitioning rather. We have actress Simisola Gold, who is granted 5 million bail. Now, Simisola has been in the police custody for a while now. The Federal High Court in Lagos, finally granted her bail. The first charge they gave was she was selling money. Okay, so. And that's the new currency, exchanging it for the old, exchanging for the new. And then later on, they dropped that charge and brought up the charge of stepping on money. Which netizens agreed with, okay, that is better. It's more of a lower, charge that would grant her more, should I say, not really immunity, but then less charge than saying that you are selling. Yeah, exactly. It's a lesser charge than you selling money. So right now she's been said to, for bail for 5 million naira.
Yeah, well, whichever way you look at it, I mean, like these are serious charges. It's illegal to sell the naira in Nigeria, and of course, defacing or demeaning the naira is actually something that is illegal as well. And if it's something that you're found guilty of, I think you should be able to face the full weight of the law. Should come down if they're able to prove that case, and of course to confirm that she was actually involved in that. So it's not a very good thing to have when you have people like that who are considered as role models, doing things like this and being in the public eye for all the wrong reasons, even though they'll tell you that no publicity is bad publicity, but still.
This is a bad one.
But still, it's
a bad one. Next, we have Singer Portable, who curses a lady who wanted to test his jewelry with a diamond tester at a recent event.
Which means he has something to hide, doesn't it?
We all know how controversial Portable can be.
But that's the thing. I mean, like, if he didn't have something to hide, why didn't he allow her to test it?
Why would she do?
Why wouldn't she?
She has a diamond tester, so who sent her?
That's the thing. It's not a question of who sent her. She's just satisfying a morbid curiosity. I mean, like, I see a guy like that, looking like that, with all that bling. I would want to see whether that bling whether that bling comes correct.
Okay, if you want to try out, then it should be based on Portable saying, okay, I want you to just test it for me to prove to people.
It's not a question of him wanting it. I mean, like, she wants it to satisfy her own curiosity and the curiosity of a lot of people. I mean, like, seriously, you see a guy like that with all that bling, you would want to know whether he comes correct. And I think there's nothing wrong with that. So, and if he didn't have anything to hide, he would have allowed her to test it. Once he proves the authenticity of his bling, then he can
start cursing her.
Exactly. But don't curse her out before you allow her to test it. Without even allowing her to test it, that means you have something to hide. Because as far as we're concerned right now, your bling doesn't come correct.
Okay, right now, on behalf of Portable, we feel attacked.
Okay. All right, then you allow it to be tested. Simple.
Okay, there's the podcast saga. You know that there's been a lot of podcasts going on social media, with everybody coming with a controversial statement. So this rapper Dan Dizzy knocks out an influencer Caramel for broke shaming him.
Okay.
So it started about, I think it was just a relationship podcast, and it started with people saying, asking a man what has been his challenges with women. Okay. And so rapper Dan Dizzy actually gave out his opinion, but then the influencer Caramel came out and said it's always the broke guys that actually have a lot to say.
Okay.
And when he came back, he came back swinging, because he was like, yo, please don't come for me. Okay. You all are not going to, you know, broke shame the good guys into turning them into, you know, the Yahoo boys and all that, just to prove a point to you.
But the thing is he broke? Is he? That is the thing. I mean, like, if he's broke, you mean, and that means she's not too far from the truth, which means she's not lying. But if he's not broke, then that shouldn't bother him, because he knows he's not broke. You understand? So either way you look at it, I mean, like, there's really no point to all this spats, you know? But if you're truly broke and she said it, then yeah, you should just accept it like that, because you are broke. Because you are broke, and there's nothing you can do about it. Yeah, but if you know you're not, and you got all the stacks of paper, then you don't need to come out and say it, because you actually know it yourself. And it's not something that should bother you, really. But a lot of crazy shit gets said.
It's quite hard for you not, you know, for you to be unbothered about this, considering people would carry their narrative around.
Exactly. So lots of stuff gets said on social media, and not all of it is right. Not all of it is correct. Not, I mean, like, so if you have to respond to everything that's said about you as a celebrity on social media, then you probably end up going crazy.
You become controversial, just like Portable.
You end up going crazy, really. Yeah. Okay,
next story we have Chris Brown. Now, Chris Brown is making headline. He just woke up with this, I think it was last night or this morning, and went on a, you know, rampage, angry, just review, talking about, you know, the fans coming for him for hitting his ex-girlfriend, which is Rihanna.
Well, seriously, Sumaya, you guys need to lay off Chris.
Chris Brown is angry.
You guys need to lay off Chris Brown. You understand? You guys have been on his case for so long. I mean, like, this thing happened a long time ago. We're not saying what he did was right. He was out there. He apologized. They made good with Rihanna. Rihanna has moved on. She's having babies now.
2 babies.
Exactly. She's having babies now. So you guys should just lay off Christopher.
And he mentioned that, okay, this thing happened while he was 17, and now he's 33.
Exactly.
What's your problem, I mean, like,
with him? He's older now. He's wiser. So please allow Christopher to be Christopher. He's not Chris now. He's Christopher, because
it's you calling him Christopher. That's quite interesting.
You understand? You understand? Allow Christopher to just leave him be.
He actually points out that a lot of people, you know, get away with this. People hitting their wives and all that, but because it's him, and this thing has been affecting him in performance. You know, I think the Grammy hasn't given him stage at a lot of events.
You see, that is the problem. He has been cancelled. He was cancelled a very long time ago, and still the cancellation is still there.
He's a talent.
Even though they've made peace with the whole situation, and Rihanna she's good.
Of course.
She's fantastic. She's doing amazing. She's doing amazing things, having babies. So
and at this point, they're cool. They're all cool.
Exactly. So Sumaya, please, you guys should allow Christopher.
Also, now I'm representing the netizens.
You are representing them.
We are his fans.
You are the representatives. Allow our Christopher for us, please.
All right. These are the stories that we have on entertainment gist today, and definitely, Ibrahim, today has been a great show.
Yeah,
it was good having you with you.
Absolutely amazing.
First time, not really bad.
Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us on Daybreak Extra today. For all the call-in, we appreciate you guys. Have a lovely weekend. I am Sumaya Abubakar.
All right, so we've been having an amazing time right here on Daybreak Extra, giving you everything that you need for your weekend to be absolutely fantastic. And well, that's how we're going to draw the curtains on the show this weekend. And join us again next weekend for another one. Stand by for sports with Deni Ajishafe. We just got a teaser here earlier on the show, so he'll be right back to give you the very best of sports. I am Ibrahim Yusuf.